to set up forms in HubSpot. So when you want to create your form, you click on marketing here, and when you click on marketing, you can see over here we have our forms. And when you click on forms, it is going to take you to this page where you can create a new form from scratch. So when you click on create form, it is going to take you to this place where you can see all of the templates that HubSpot has to offer. You can pick any of these templates and you can use that template, or you can start from blank template. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's just pick one simple template we can use, and we can set up that template for our business. So let's pick this. Let's use this template over here. Oh, I need to upgrade. I'm just going to go and use this one. Wow. Okay, I'll just use this simple one then. This contact us. So let's use this. And when you click on that, as you can see, it has taken me to this page where I can set up my form. And to set up this form, all I need to do is to determine what this form is going to be used for. As you can see, we have the name, we have the first name and the last name, we have the email, the phone number, the message. If I plan to bring any other field apart from all of this, I just need to click on this plus button. And when I click on this plus button, okay, so I can be able to pick fields, or I can be able to create a new field from scratch by dragging and dropping all of this. When I drag in this single checkbox, I can create I can connect an existing property that I already have, or I can create a new property. So let's say we want to ask them for the kind of CRM they are using. Is it that I find the property that is already in my HubSpot, or I can create a new one. If I click on create new one, then I can be able to add the label for that particular field. So let me just cancel this and cancel this, delete this. So I'm going to click on add, and I'm going to check in properties here. We can be able to see all of the properties we have here, the one for contact, the one for company, and all of this. Okay, so let's say we want to ask them for their street address, and we also want to ask for the city, and we want to ask for the state and country. Another thing you can also do to this form is that you can bring this form side by side. So what that means is that I can decide to drag this, let's say I want to drag this country, and I want to place it beside. Okay, that does not work, so Sarah, remove that. Okay, so I have added in my street address, my city, my state, my country, and I also added this multi-line for messages. So remember that if you want to edit all of this, and you want to, let's say you want to edit this first name, you can say something like your first name, and you can add in a placeholder text for all of this field also. So let's say we want to add this placeholder text, and we want to add in John, just to give them an idea of how the first name look like. And for the last name, we can use Doe. Okay, then the help text is going to show up below, and we can just say your first name. As you can see, I'm showing up above, and it is going to let them know what we are asking about. So you can put in a help text just to let them have an idea of what we are asking about. So you can say maybe something like your first name or your last name, or put your country in here. So whatever you want to use as the help text, you can do that. So let's say we want to make some things compulsory. For instance, if we want to make this first name compulsory, we just need to toggle this on and make it required. And as you can see, it is already showing this red asterisk, is to show that this particular field is compulsory. The same thing applies for the last name. We can make it compulsory if we want, and we can also decide to hide a field if we want. So we can't have a hidden required field, and that is because if it is required, they need to fill it in. So the email is required, and every other thing can be required if you want. Okay, so that is for adding of the custom field. You can also decide to add in other things like the images. You can add in heading, you can add in captcha, you can add in data privacy, just to allow them to be able to. So let's add in data privacy. Yeah, so you can see this where we are asking them to store and process their personal data. So this is going to allow us to be able to message them or email them. You can also edit these things, these terms and conditions, and we can also add in a subscription, and we can say we want to use for marketing information. Yeah, so whenever they fill in this form, we're going to be using their details for marketing information. So let's go back over here to form content, and let's pick this, and we can also add in captcha. Captcha just allows us to make sure that both are not signing up for our forms. Only human beings can be able to sign up for this form, and that is why we can use captcha. You can also add in an image if you want to your form, just to make your form more interesting. You can decide to add in image, and you can decide to upload the image maybe from your computer, or you can browse in whatever image you currently have. So let me look for a simple image we can use. So I'm just going to add in that particular image, and when we add in that image, oh no, it's too big. Can I reduce it? Yeah, it's too big, so I need to reduce this to, let's say, 1000. No, it's too big. 100. Yeah, or let's say 500. Yeah, I think this is too big also. Why is it so big? Okay, I think this is better, or we can just use 300. Okay, then we can decide to align to the right, to the left, whatever works for you. And also, when you go back to your form contents, you can also decide to add in paragraphs. Maybe if you want to write in something for the form, you want them to be able to read something before filling out the form, you can also add that in. And the next thing we have is for the content here, and you can see each section. You can see the email section. You can also be able to edit it if you want. And if you go back to this part, you can also see the street address section, and you can also edit it if you want. So for the logic just allows us to be able to add in some conditions. So for logic, yeah, we still need to upgrade for logic to marketing professional. Wow. Okay, so logic is just saying, for instance, if they put in a particular field, we can decide that we want to show some particular field. So let's say if they have the street address, then we can also make this city, state, and country. We can decide to show that. Logic just allows us to be able to how will I put it? It allows us to be able to ask relevant questions. So for instance, if we want to ask them for their street address, we can do that, and we can only add in maybe, let's say we want to add in the street address, then we only want city, state, and country to show up after they've put in their street address. So that means if they have the street address, then these other ones is going to show up. So it's just like the conditional logic, where if they fill out this field, then this should show up. If they pick they are using a CRM, then we can ask whatever CRM they are using. Or if they say they have used HubSpot before, we can ask how many users they have and use HubSpot. It's until they pick a particular field, then the other ones are going to show up. So like they said here, conditional logic just helps us to personalize the form, to show relevant questions, and skipping some steps. Yeah, so that is how logic works. Then we have styling over here, where we can be able to style different things. For the field label, we can say we want to make the field label red. Then I need to customize my form. I need to pay to customize my form. Wow. Okay guys, it's telling me to pay, but we are not going to do that. So I'm just going to go back, and I'm just going to leave everything the same way it is, since I can't customize this. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually fine. I'm just going to go back to my form, and we're going to leave this the same way. So you can customize this, but you need to upgrade. And also after the customization, you can also see the optimize part, where you can be able to shorten your form. I am very sure we need to pay for this also. Yeah, we need to. Oh my god, this is why free plan of HubSpot is so restricted. Like, there is a lot of things you are going to be paying for. Like, I know people keep saying free plan is actually good. It's good, but there's a lot of hidden things that you will not be able to do on the free plan. And these are some of the things. We cannot add multiple steps also. I believe that is also paid. So when we click on the automation, we can decide that when someone fill out this form, we want to create a workflow. So we can decide that after they fill out this form, an email should be sent out to the person. So let's create this simple workflow. So when you click on this, where is it? Okay, so a contact submit this form, and let's rename this form as contact us. So that has been saved. Then we can decide to send an email for this particular form. So let's use the welcome email. Let's create a new email, and we're just going to add that to this particular form. So let's say something like welcome to CRM instructors. I think that could work. So we can say welcome to CRM instructors, or you can type in whatever it is you want to type in for the body of your email. And you can also decide to add in a footer, and you can decide to create the footer by clicking on manage. Yeah, you can also create the footer in here, or you can go back. Also, you can also add in your subject line, and we can say that we want to add in welcome. Then we add in the contact token, and for the token we want to use their first name. So we are going to type in the first name here, and we can say we can insert this. So welcome Emma, or welcome Glory, just the first name. We can choose the from email address, and we can also choose the from name. So the from name is going to be Emma Glory, and that is the name that is going to be showing up in their inbox as the person sending the email. And also the email name should be, let's name this welcome email. And as you can see, all of this has been done. I need to fill out something. Okay, the subscription, let's use marketing email. Let's create this. So let's click on create. That is going to create my footer, and then I can then decide to add that particular footer in. Okay, so now that we've added in all of the details for the emails, then we can click on save email, and that is going to save our email. So now we can be able to pick the particular email, and we can then use this email and send it out to the contact. So when we are done, we are going to click on save, and when we click on save, the workflow is going to be updated with the welcome email. So that means anytime anybody fill out this contact form, the email is going to be sent to them automatically. So we are going to click on review and update. But before we do that, let's see the settings over here. And the settings is saying that we can automatically create new contacts from unknown addresses. Yeah, we want to toggle that on. And it's also saying that we can pre-populate for the field. So we cannot do these both together. We have to pick one option. Yeah, let's pick this one. Automatically create from unknown addresses. And we want every of the lead cycle for any contact coming in should be, let's say this should be subscribers. Yeah, let's make them subscribers. And also for the submission setting, we can say that we want to notify the contact owner, or we want to add users to notify anytime anybody fill out this form. Yeah, if it's a form that multiple people are going to be filling, I would not advise you to notify, because you are going to keep getting emails anytime a contact come in on that form. Okay, so we have the language. Also, you can decide to edit this language and change it to the language of your form to whatever it is you want to use. If you want to use French, you can use French, you can use German, you can use Greek, Korean, whatever it is you want to use, you can do that, but we are using English. So now you can then decide to preview your form to see how it is going to look like, and this is how your form is going to look like. And yeah, we forgot our thank you page. So this is the thank you page. You can actually edit your thank you page. To edit the thank you page, you just need to come over back to this place, and as you can see, this is the thank you page. You can then go ahead to edit your thank you page and add in, maybe thank you for filling the form, you're going to receive an email with further instructions shortly. You can add in whatever it is you want to add. So when you're done with all of this, you want to click on review and update, and you are going to see everything that that has been done, and you can click on updates here, and when you click on updates, your form has been updated and created. So the simple thing you want to do is just to copy the URL of the form, and maybe you want to send the URL out to your contact, maybe via the website. You want to embed the link on your website by using a button, or you want to send the link or through your landing page, or you want to send the link through your email. You can do this however you want. So when people come in and they see the URL of the form, this is how the form is going to look like, and they can be able to fill out this form and put in all of these details. So they need to agree. Oh, I did this twice. Yeah, that's fine. And oh no, submit. Yeah, so my form has been submitted, and this is a thank you page. So if I come over to my my HubSpot account, I should be able to see the new contact that has been added into my. Also, as you can see, this is the new contact that has been created in my HubSpot account. If you have been using HubSpot for a while, or your team have been using HubSpot for a while, and you feel like your team are not using HubSpot the way they are supposed to, we at CRM instructors, we can help train your team to make sure that they understand HubSpot to the fullest potential, and they can understand how to use HubSpot for your particular sales process. So you can book your team training by using the link in the description below, or you can check us out at crminstructors.com to see how we train teams to use HubSpot optimally. And also do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and also like this video, and also share to everyone who you think is going to need this video. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.